Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, and the Wolfpack is gathering and starting to howl in Carter Finley Stadium as they are ready to see NC State go to work. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, a crew looking to make a statement. Taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? To throw, it's McCall. Finds the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. When you talk about the next game on the schedule, they're always looking forward to this one.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires into traffic and intercepted. Takes it the other way. And it's a touchdown.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
NC State going up tempo.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the board.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Scanning the field, it's McCall. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10.
Great timing there in the curl route by the QB. Gets it out early against zone coverage. Because he gets it to his receiver so quick, he's able to turn it up and get the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right in the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Awesome job by the defense. Not only getting a fast quarterback on the ground, but understanding what he wants to do. He can take off. I got to make sure I got good pursuit angles, and I got to make sure I build rails. I can't let him outside. I got to keep him in the pocket. He tries to get outside. They get the sack and get the huge loss on that play.
Now remember, they were stopped on 4th down earlier in the first quarter, but they'll try it again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He turns that loose down the right side. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
The give to the back. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Into the house. Touchdown, NC State! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Complete to start this drive. He is going nowhere. Stops at the line of scrimmage.
Defense defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rounding the football.
They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Really good toughness by the QB to hang in there, take a big shot, but I will not give him credit for throwing in a double coverage. So, nice job hanging in there, being tough, make a better decision. Do not throw in the double coverage. He got lucky that wasn't an interception.
And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. First down for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Looking to throw, it's McCall. It's complete to the left. Finds some fresh air. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With jet sweep pass. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this group, David, if I were allowed to push passes. Playing quarterback, I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires to the tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And this is what's so great about play action. The run fake sucks those linebackers up, and it just creates so much more space for these receivers to operate. Beautiful execution by the offense.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that sucker in there.
NC State now operating from the red zone. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow on defense. 3rd and long, you got them right where you want them. You know it's a pass coming. Oh, no, it's not. They fool you. They run the football, make a play. One of the most frustrating plays as a defensive guy.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Dropping back, it's McCall. He got it! And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The offense set for a 1st down play. These DBs going to give a little cushion. They'll throw it on 1st down. Sends it downfield. Holds it in on the left. Got a lot of running room. And no one is going to catch him. Cruises into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Auburn escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Tigers fans there today could have done without this one being so close. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. NC State quick to the line. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's McCall. Quick strike complete. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Water. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this knee. Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw it on first down. The pass ball is incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Brining Stewart. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Klubnik. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to put toe to leather as we are deadlocked here in the third. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Trying to set the tone with the run. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll go with a direct snap. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Pulls it and fires to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Using his legs, it's Haynes. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Maffa. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. Snap it to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
From the gun, the ground game. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Can't get him to the ground. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Quarterback will audible. Dialing up a second down pass play. Using the quick game. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. NC State going up tempo. Going up top on first down. Throwing right. He's got it. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got an open man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the QB has had a nice drive, and this offense has been throwing the football over the yard. You want to stop that? Get pressure on him. Nice job getting to the quarterback, affecting him, and even better, getting him on the ground.
Back to throw, it's McCall. Feeling some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You got to love the aggressive nature this defense is playing with right now, and you're seeing the athletes and the dudes they've got up front. A sack on the last play. They hit the quarterback on this last one. Now third down, you know they're going to be pinning their ears back.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He caught it. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. NC State will line up with a first and goal. They'll try to run it in. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the third. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to barge their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
I think it would be great if this offense leaned on the run game more in the red zone. Leaned on their back, man. Give it to him. Let him do his thing. He hadn't even gotten the end zone yet this season, so love to see him get that opportunity to maybe punch one in here.
A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Trying to barge in. Touchdown, North Carolina State! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today.
And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads it downfield. And that pass picked off. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Movement here from the tight end. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. We saw it on that last play.
They're setting up the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Looking to throw, it's McCall. Dances away to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got some room in to the goal line. He's run to the big game, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
It's the 4th quarter. Every second counts, right? It's a one-possession game. We're chasing the QB. He scrambles around, does such a great job getting positive yards, keeping this drive alive. We need to score badly. We've got to keep drives alive like this. Wonderful job.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Power football with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
At this point on offense, late in the game with the lead, if you can run the ball, get a couple first downs, I mean, you can just bleed all these seconds off the clock and ice this thing.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Rodgers. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Now this offense is back on the field. Back to throw, it's Clemson. Zings it complete to the right. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Non-native receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that,
he's going for it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Quickly to the tight end. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on 1st down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And he's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been up to speed. His 3rd interception. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able...
And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end as they'll take the unvictory formation. Now on second down.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific